I want to address the Aunt Karen situation, a story we did about the outrageous abuse that was done to a young child with KinderCare. Somewhere along the way with the story, we got a little sidetracked. Well, not a little, I won't downplay it. We got very much sidetracked with false information. And we reported that Aunt Karen was something that she's not.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
You coming in? Come on, like this video. We about to talk about colorist Claudia Jordan and TGIF. Y'all know how I am, honey. Colorist Claudia Jordan and TGIF. Y'all remember them? Colorist Claudia Jordan, Al Reynolds, and Junkie Dineva are on a show on Flop Soul called TGIF. They have been called out numerous times for, not having their facts right. Basically, you're supposed to be on a news channel. You're getting the benefits of being associated with Fox News, but then you can't get the news right. Peter Thomas called them out before because they ran with some gossip that had no credibility, something about he wasn't paying his employees, and he was, and he called them out, and he never got an apology. Well, they didn't pick the wrong one this time, because now this TikToker who has over 1 million subscribers on TikTok and recently went viral for calling out the daycare that her daughter was at, is calling them out for calling her a Trump supporter and basically saying that her daughter might have deserved it because she was a Trump supporter. Well, this TikToker by the name of, I will play the video, honey. I'm going to play it. This TikToker by the name of Aunt Karen. Shout out to Aunt Karen. Aunt Karen, she went on TikTok and she posted this video of her child. It went viral. This video went viral and a lot of people were talking about it. Her child had sat in what appeared to be feces. Okay, and she was calling out the daycare center for not cleaning her child. And she said, please tag WXYZ Detroit, Fox 2 Detroit, to help me expose KinderCare for abusing my daughter. I need y'all help. They have now banned my daughter and I from attending any KinderCare because I exposed them online. And so here is the video.
How does that happen? How? She smells like she's sitting in shit.
Okay. First, let me apologize.
I'm tired of the apologies. How many times do I have to come up here and there's a problem with my kid? I am tired of the apologies. She is sitting in nothing but feces. Look at her dress. Look at this. She's been sitting in feces all day. All day. What is Sorry going to do?
Would you like to go in the office?
No, I'm pissed. I am tired of this center.
I understand you're upset, but the yelling is kind of not uncalled for.
No, it is not. It is not. No, it is very called for. My daughter is sitting in her feces. And you standing there like it's not a big deal.
I'm letting you say your piece. You're very upset. I understand. I'm letting you say your piece before I respond.
Just say go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me how this makes sense to you.
It doesn't make any sense.
This is the 8th incident that I've had with this center. Call the manager right up. Call her right up right now. Call the sitting in feces.
It's the 8th incident, okay? That was not, you said you saw that story when it was covered on TGIF, had no idea they were talking about her. Yes, they were talking about her. Apparently, Al claimed that the lady was a Trump supporter and tried to claim that maybe the daughter was getting a little bit of repercussions from the workers there because the mom was a Trump supporter. Okay, Aunt Karen, she done called Al out on spreading this vicious lie about her and her credibility. And here is what she
I say this about me and my daughter.
I agree with Funky on this. Go ahead. Now, I'm going to tell you. Now, let's start from the top. Now, no child deserves to have boo-boo on them, okay? But I did a deep dive into her TikTok and into her social media. She, too, is a Black Trump supporter. But not only is she a Black Trump supporter, she is anti-Black. She is anti-Black woman. So there is a side of me that says, oh, well, that's what you get. Because if you really look at her social media, she's absolutely disgusting. And I see why she's got 8 complaints there, because
if you don't do research, just say that. Because I know you did not look at my account and say that I'm a Trump supporter. How dare you say that and then talk about my daughter the way you did? You are garbage for that take, and you owe me an apology. I am absolutely livid.
So she called out Al Reynolds and for saying what he said. And she's been constantly on their necks, honey, on their necks. She also called out colorist Claudia Jordan because Claudia doubled down and joined in with what Al said. Here is what Claudia said. She said Claudia didn't do her research either.
And that little girl can have all kinds of infections and rashes, but to sit in feces like that all day long. And again, we say this all the time. 2 things can be true. The mother is probably trash, but the daughter should not have been left in a dirty diaper all day like that. And that little girl can have all kinds of infections and rashes, but to sit in feces like that all day long. And again, we say this all the time. 2 things can be true. The mother is probably trash, but the daughter should not have been left.
But yeah, so they were spreading misinformation about this woman, okay? And she calls them out about it. She was like, look, I don't know where you got it from that I'm a Trump supporter. And even if I was, like, saying something like that, like my daughter deserved it, wasn't right. That's what Al said. Al said the mom is probably trash. She's anti-Black. All of these things to kind of justify why her child was being mistreated in the daycare. Now, Claudia reached out to the lady, as she often does. Y'all know Claudia loves to go in people's DMs and send long ass voice messages. So Claudia reached out to the lady, and here is part of what she said. She said, I don't know what the voice message said because she didn't play it, but the woman responded and said, I have put my life on the line to expose racism, protect Black men and women, and stand up for a community. I don't just want an apology. I don't want lies. I want to know how this happened. Al did research, a deep dive, right? Then who did he think I was? Y'all get on y'all soapboxes entitled, say what you want. You could have uplifted me. You chose to hurt me. What you and Al did was a direct threat to my work as a Black woman. Is my life not valuable because I don't get to go on fancy trips and smile for the camera like y'all? You take for granted the people who actually do the work, boots on the ground. What y'all said was beyond a simple disagreement. You allowed your co-host to justify my daughter's abuse. Silence is violence. So she listened. Claudia tried to reach out to her privately, and so she put the response publicly, and she said in the caption, I don't want a simple apology. I want the truth. Whew, this is deep, y'all. This is deep. Black women need to stand up. Okay, listen. Colorist Claudia Jordan, listen. Al, all of y'all should have done some more research. Now, let me talk about Al for a second, because Al did go on his page. He did go on his Twitter and his Instagram, and he issued this apology and cut off his comments because he was being dragged. But he issued this apology to Aunt Karen. He said, apology issued at Aunt Karen. Aunt Karen is not a Trump supporter or anti-Black. Upon doing my research on the correct woman, Aunt Karen stands up for what she believes in and has a very informative platform. Again, my apologies. And then in the caption, he says, doing my research, I researched the wrong woman and got my subjects confused. I greatly apologize to everyone affected and publicly apologize to Aunt Karen for the mix-up. Aunt Karen is not a Trump supporter or anti-Black. Upon doing my research on the correct woman, Aunt Karen She stands up for what she believes in and has a very important platform. Again, my apologies. So, Al apologized. I don't know, she said it wasn't enough. Now, you said y'all gonna let this fly? Exactly, Squirrel Girl. We gonna let that fly? Was that apology enough? After you publicly disrespect someone in front of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of people, how do you correct the wrong? Let me know. Was the apology enough? He put it on his Instagram and he put it on his Twitter. Now, here is another thing. Listen, look, Claudia's still over there in the ladies' DMs, child. Claudia is still over there in the ladies' DMs. She said, Aunt Karen, the truth is no problem. I see instead of responding to my DMs about how you would like me to handle this, you instead posted our private conversation, which is fine. I've been trying to get to the bottom of this and make it right. And I asked you, how would you like me to proceed? Do you want to come on the show? Do you want us to issue statements? I'm asking you, what can I do to resolve this? And I meant it. Do you want to hop on a call? Let me know. I'm not happy about this at all. Karen said, Claudia, I don't need or want to come on your show. Fire Al Reynolds. He's a coward, a liar, and above all, justified the abuse of a 3-year-old child. He is not a journalist. He has no integrity, deleted his Twitter, silenced his mentions, all because he can't take accountability. He can't even admit that he didn't mix me up with another person. You care about the integrity of your show? Good. Ask Fox Soul, Flop Soul for a new co-host. Ooh, she doubling down. Wait a minute. There is more, honey. There is more. Aunt Karen went on, honey. She got some more on her. Hold on. Let me go see. She got another message for Al on her TikTok. TikTok. Hold on. Let's listen.
After I made my video and being dragged on Twitter, he made this apology. Please pause to read.
We read it.
To which I responded with this. Make sure you pause and read. And instead of getting a response, lo and behold, Mr. Reynolds has decided to delete his Twitter account. But I wasn't done there because I also had to bring his co-host, Claudia Jordan, into it because she also had some things to say based upon the lies and the misinformation.
We say this all the time. 2 things can be true. The mother is probably trash.
Now, after receiving her own backlash, she responded to me in a private DM. Now, I don't do private messages when the disrespect was public. Pause to read.
We read it.
The problem that I have with Mr. Reynolds, more so him, is that he is lying about the information and how he received the information. And I would treat him the same way that I would treat a white man who got on national television and said what he said about me and my daughter. Al excused the abuse of a 3-year-old on the basis of what he believed the mother to be. And whether I was a Trump supporter or not does not mean my child deserves to sit and be abused. After I made my video and being dragged on Twitter.
Woo, child. Okay, Karen, you better tell her. I'm sitting here. Y'all think the apology was enough? Do y'all think that apology was enough? Press 1 if you think the apology was enough. Press 2 if you think she deserves more than what she's getting. Press 3 if you think it's just all too much. Okay. You said she deserves more. Okay. She deserves more. What? She deserves more. Okay, I see y'all. What more does she deserve? Like going on the show, what will that do? What will going on the show do? Like going on the show was basically giving them more clicks and views, giving them more clout. My thing is, why didn't they delete If they knew that what he said was totally incorrect, was totally false, and is smearing somebody's reputation and name, you know, because it's her video. She has 1 million or some subscribers on TikTok. People will believe this and probably see it in the future and link it to her. Why wouldn't they just erase it or delete the video? I wonder. Interesting. You said she definitely deserves more, especially from Alicia Annette, Angela Reynolds, and colorist Corn Toes Web-footed Chlamydia Herpes Jordan. Ooh, sue their asses. Okay. Not going on the show. Right. Going on the show will help them. It ain't gonna help her. They must have stock in kindergarten. People need to stop lying. Well, you know, Flopso is a subsidiary of Fox. They're not pro-black woman by any means, and calling this particular mother, this black mother, anti-black, when colorist Claudia Jordan had sat up there and talked about people's nappy hair and skin color. Are you kidding me? Anyway, I'm not gonna even go there. Y'all already know how I feel about them, but you know, there's that. You said Fox is not pro-truth either. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Isn't Fox pro-Trump? Okay, Al talking about this lady. And look, I like Al. I have nothing against him, but this was wrong. This was very wrong and very anti-womanhood. Because like Aunt Karen said, like whether she was a Trump supporter or not, how does that justify the way her daughter was treated in daycare? Makes no sense to me.
She's actually the opposite of a Trump supporter. She's the opposite of someone who's anti-black. And after us all going and looking for ourselves, we saw that she actually fights very much for black folks, exposes folks, and she's actually an advocate of the LGBTQ community. Now, even if those things were true about her, I just want to reiterate and state that she could have been, even if she was the worst of the worst, which she's not, no child would ever deserve any of that. And I want to just say, moving forward, it shouldn't have been about that, anything but the abuse.
They're just going to issue a statement while leaving the previous video up. To me, is not a solution, because that video will be rewatched over and over and over and over again. Someone needs to take the video down or delete that portion of the video.
And moving forward, we will definitely do a better job at double checking our facts, so we never again have to have a situation where we're wrong, and we do not want to hurt anybody when we're covering them.
Y'all need to teach them Flopso people how to do YouTube. Claudia Colorist Jordan loves disrespecting fully black people publicly, then apologizing in private. You know it.